It is time to have this conversation. As you all know, back in 2023, when Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon was released, many people took to social media and proclaimed how the film was a failure and also how bad it was. And Netflix was so disappointed in its performance. They said that Rebel Moon did not accomplish its job as far as being a Star Wars killer. However, today we have evidence that Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is running circles around that of Star Wars. Can you believe that? Now look, before I get started, do your boy 3 major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. So here's what we're talking about today. This article is coming from Screen Rant. It is titled Star Wars Fact Check. Was the Acolyte the second most viewed show on Disney Plus in 2024? And was that good? Now, we're not going to read the entire article. Usually, I would give you the article. But today, we're just going to get what we need from it. And that is this chart here. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom. At the bottom, you have The Mandalorian Season 1 with 693 million minutes. Then you have Mandalorian Season 3 with 811 million minutes. Ahsoka, 841 million minutes. The Skeleton Crew, 914 million minutes. The Bad Batch, 923 million minutes. Then you had to go all the way up here to the Acolyte with 2.6 billion minutes. Now, I know you may say, dude, 2.6 billion minutes, that sounds like a lot. And it does. Which is why they give it to you in this type of terminology. Minutes watched. In order for you to get the amount of views, you have to go to your calculator. Now, right here, I already have this equation laid out. Let me give it to you. Let's just round up that 2.6 to 2.7. You would take that 2.7 billion minutes watched and divide it by 329 minutes. That is the runtime for the entirety of all 8 episodes of The Acolyte. That would give you a total of 8.2 million views for the entire season. 8.2 million views for the entire season. Can you believe that? Let me get my pencil here. So, we're going to do the 8.2 million views for that of The Acolyte. And let's just round off some of this stuff at the bottom. The Bad Batch got less than half of the views. So you're probably going to give that about 3 million views, right? Then the Skeleton Crew, I will also get at about 3 million views. And you have Ahsoka. Let's just call that 3 million views. I'm just rounding off here. This is not perfect math. And The Mandalorian Season 3, let's go 3 million. And The Mandalorian Season 1, let's go 2 million. Now, I may be off by a few million. Not much. Not much. But if we go to our calculator here, we will have only 22 million views for how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Star Wars television series. You guys see that, right? If you want to do perfect math and do it on your own, you can go ahead on and do it. You can go and you can do the calculations to get the full number here. I'm just rounding off. That's all I'm doing. Now, let's go to this article here. This is from CBR.com. And as I did with the last article, I'm not going to give you the entirety of the article, but I'm going to give you what I need from it. Now, right here, Netflix engagement report actually proves that despite poor reviews, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon still attracted a lot of interest. The first film, Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, premiered on December 21st, 2023 and had 57.8 million views in the remaining days of 2023. Based on Netflix's previous report, the film continued attracting a lot of interest, adding 54 million views in 2024. So right there, you have 111 million views from Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 1. Now, let's go down here. Let's compare all of Disney, right, what they had to offer for that of Star Wars, to Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, 2024's performance. Its sequel, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, which premiered on April the 19th, 2024, also pulled strong numbers. The film scored just ahead of the first part with 55, let's just round it off and say 56 million views since its premiere until Netflix stopped the count in June. Together, both films drew in no less than 167 million views since their premiere on the giant streaming platform in December 2023. Now, I know you're going to say, well, Netflix has 3 times the subscriber base, and that is true. I'm not going to argue with you over that. However, these numbers indicates that Rebel Moon is doing more than 3 times that of the Disney Plus Star Wars series. If it's 3 times the subscriber base, then it should only be 3 times the views. Not 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 times the views. This is Star Wars we're talking about here. So the point of this video, let me get to the point. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon definitely killed that of Star Wars in viewership. Despite all of those people trying to tell you that Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon was such a failure, it is outdoing that of Star Wars 10-1. Or should I say have outdone that of Star Wars. In fact, right now, Star Wars will have to release a few more TV shows to catch up with Rebel Moon. And Rebel Moon has been done since early 2024. Make it make sense. See, the difference between me and other YouTubers when it comes down to this Hollywood business, I have no problem keeping it real with you. Whereas others will lie to your face. They told you that Rebel Moon was a failure. And I'm not talking about the reception here. I am talking about the viewership numbers. And if the first film was so bad, how did the second film have such viewership numbers? It just does not make sense to me. All this is hate regarding this man. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, at this very moment, is what Star Wars should be. The viewership count, and not to mention the interest value. People was interested in Rebel Moon. They're not interested in Star Wars. At least anymore. So with that being said, those who have declared Rebel Moon as a failure, you may have to go back and tell the truth about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, many of you have egg on your face. The Acolyte failed. Ahsoka failed. All of these TV shows that Disney Plus has to offer failed to do what Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon was able to do. Then when it comes down to merchandise, I cannot find Rebel Moon merchandise. But I damn sure can find Star Wars merchandise at Owley's. Thanks for tuning in. And And don't forget to like and subscribe. And visit my channel on the daily for more content, movie reviews, and trailer reactions. And also movie news.